Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little wristlets two different ways, the straight edge way and with the sort of edged version as well. Don't know how to describe it, but basically I have pinking scissors from my other crafting sewing based projects, which I should do more of, but I have an intense fear of my sewing machine, which I do have, but I just get scared of it. Got lots of projects I want to do with it, but I get worried and frustrated with it. So I'm going to show you how to do these two versions, and I buy my wristlet strips pre-cut in yard meters from Ella from PB Fabrics. So I got this one, which is Kiss My Sass, and she also does adult and vanilla themes as well, so I have quite a few different versions. She's got lots of different styles and options, and like I said, you get at least 4 or 5 on each strip, so it's always good value for money as well. Now all you need to do with these, so simple, with your pinking shears, I always like to level this off, level it off before I start. With your shears, line it up right at the edge, but you want to do it far enough in that you can start, make sure you've got all nice triangles all the way along. Now with this, what you have to do to make sure it stays level and all lines up, once you go to your next cut, line up your grooves with the original one, go all the way along, reline up your grooves so that it's always nice and even, and again reline them up all the way along, realign. And if you cut your own and you are a little bit like, I naturally, because of my dyspraxia, I naturally sort of angle most of my cuts to the left because I have no sense of depth perception, and like I said, it's a struggle with things like that. But if you do happen to have that problem, or like you happen to cut them and like I said, one end is slightly wider than the other, this is a great way to deal with that, make it a lot less noticeable without you having to try and keep cutting it down straighter and straighter until you have nothing left as well. So this is always a good option for that as well. And then you just repeat exactly the same on the other side, and just remember to keep lining up your grooves with your original cut. So it's nice and even, you've got no overlapping, and it stays nice and uniform and neat. There we go. So that's what it looks like this. And if you want to, you can move it so that you line up your edges like this, and then all you need to do is, once you've got it lined up properly, you know all your peaks are even on both sides, trim it down. And I always start off with 12 inches on my wristlet, so I always do 12 inches, and there you go. So that's what it looks like. And another trick, if you're somebody where it slips, you know, when you're putting them on your wristlets and it slips a little bit, if you ever have that problem, little trick for you. So I have some extra strong double-sided sticky tape, and if you haven't got the glue gun nearby and you've got this instead, and you won't see it when it's made either, use that to line it up, even on the edged ones, just the tiniest little bit right at the top. And again, make sure it's all lined up nicely. And the other thing with the tape is, like I said, you can unstick it and re-stick it until you get things in place. and you can trim down on top of it still if you need to. So there's those two ready, and then we've got the key wristlet, key ring chains, and the other thing that we use for this is you need the key chain hardware. You can buy these from Amazon. You can get a set. You normally get this with like a selection of these for sort of $10.99 to sort of $14.99, depending on how many of the hardware pieces you get with them. And these tend to be range from about 1.1 inch to about 1.4. So like I said, if you using these ones, the wristlet ones tend to be about 1 inch wide. Well, 1 inch and a little bit. I'll check. So they tend to be about 1 inch and a tiny bit wide. So you want ones that are at least 1 inch wide, if not more. And the standard ones tend to be about that. Now what I do is I take mine, pop it in like this, and I give it a little squeeze so it's partially shut. Not completely by a long way. And you want to pop it in. Make sure it's all nicely lined up. And then you can squeeze. And there's your straight edge one. And we're going to do exactly the same with this one. Pop that in our tool. Close it a little bit. Pop that in. Make sure it's all nice and centered. And then squeeze it shut. And there we go. We've got 2 more Kiss My Sass key rings. And with my phone case, I will show you what you can do with them. You can attach these to your keys. They're great for, like I said, if you're like me and you lose your keys on a regular basis, these are great for this. Attaching them to your set. Or, alternatively, again, if you're someone who is constantly dropping their phone, again, something I do all the time because I am extremely clumsy. I have to have a constant screen protector on my phone at all times. You can use your little and have it like that. And again, if you've got one of those kind of like walleted purses or things like that, if you've got that little hole attachment, you can have them. It makes it a little bit more secure, or like I said, you can use it to hang your keys on again, or have it around your wrist kind of thing to help you locate things quicker and things like that. But they're so cute, and it's just an alternative way of, like I said, if you're making the odd mistake where you, like I said, not always 100% perfectly aligned, it helps. And like I said, it just makes them look cute. And like I said, this double-sided tape helps you keep them in alignment without actually having to use glue if you don't want to. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.